He's here, Mr. Dangerous, Bill Hicks. Babe, it's always great to see you. How you doing?
Great, Len. Always great to be here.
You're dressed in black, got a black suit, black turtleneck sweater, ultra hip.
Johnny Happy, man. Johnny Sunshine.
Hey, I got some great news earlier today. I just found out that you got a new album coming out, Relentless.
That's right.
From Invasion Records. Will be out in July. Give us a little preview. What's going to be on that we haven't already heard on the other one?
The other what's on this is basically it's a work in progress. It's the same themes always. The themes will be freedom and truth, and it just so happens under the guise of that covers a lot of the same territory, only more thought out and new material.
What are some of the subjects that you address?
Drugs, rock and roll,
sex,
the devil. God,
UFOs,
advertising, and basically all other forms of illusion on this planet.
Okay.
I'm the balloon puncturer.
You didn't address Nancy Reagan's unauthorized bio from Kitty Cat?
No, I don't. It's so funny. It's like all this dirt. It's like some big veil has been lifted. I mean, you can hate the Reagans without this book ever coming out. I mean, based on who they were, it was simple enough. Oh, they did bad stuff, too, that I didn't hear about. Ooh, big deal.
So you're real upset about this trash being slammed around about the Reagans.
Well, I tell you something. If someone looked over my life, and they could paint a pretty bad picture of me, too. But at least I didn't arm the Contras, which we all knew about. And yet, no, everyone overlooks that. But the fact is, she gave away gifts that were given to her. Wow.
I bet you're excited about the $93 billion contract for Lockheed to build 648 jet fighters that won't be out until the year 2014. That's like $125 million a plane. And we need it because we didn't have enough air superiority in the Gulf War.
Right.
And why spend the money on food and education and building an infrastructure?
I agree. So let's move on. I have no problem with this anymore. Okay. I've come to a great deal of acceptance since I've seen you last. I realize now it's an inside job. I'm going to live by example. I'm getting off my soapbox.
Now, I often refer to you as the Lenny Bruce of the 90s, and I realize that you never sat in on that meeting where that hook was decided on. And I should ask you, do you want to be called the Lenny Bruce of the 90s? How do you feel about that?
Obviously, I don't mind it. I mean, it's very nice, because to me, Lenny Bruce was like the first guy who went on and talked about things that, in an honest way. It wasn't mother-in-law jokes. He talked about perception, how things are perceived. And that is what I try and talk about, too, perceptions. And in that regard, I don't mind it at all. What I hate is when people think that, Lenny Bruce, he was dirty. Lenny Bruce wasn't dirty. He wasn't dirty at all, and that misnomer annoys me. But people who say that about me aren't, I don't think, counting the dirty aspect.
Right.
Because most people who do are well up on who Lenny Bruce was.
So it's okay with you?
Absolutely. I mean, what are you going to do? No, shut up. Quit that.
No, because some people might say, he's not the Lenny Bruce of the 90s, he's the Bill Hicks of the 90s.
Sure. Well, that'll come around, I hope.
So how's it going? How's everything going with your exciting on-the-edge career?
Okay. No, things are going great. The most exciting thing I have going right now is the one-man show in Montreal this year.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's basically, I'm going to try and lay all my cards on the table for this show, and basically the show is about the evolution of myth and the idea that in order to change the world, we have to change how we perceive it. And I'm going to use all of what I am trying to do and have been for years. I've just come to these conclusions, what it is I'm doing. Not just comedy, but talk about how we perceive the world and what ways we can change our perception and thus change the world.
Well, that'd be great. I look forward to that. Bill Hicks, our special guest. We will talk with him again later in the show.